there, how are you doing today? My name is Adeola James. I just want to once again say I'm grateful. I'm always grateful. I mean, even if I only had one person watch my videos, I'm grateful to that person. I'm thankful to them because they could have done something else, but they chose me. And so I'm grateful for that. I hope you enjoyed my gift. I hope you did. I hope you're using it. 21 days is what you should use it for. I really hope that you use it. And let's see how you are 21 days from now. Let's see whether you're going to have a lot of testimonies, right? I know you will, but you have to do what I say you should do, right? Because success leaves clues. So if it has worked for me, it will work for you. So I've been doing a series on what robbed me of my emotional well-being and what took away my joy, and inevitably my health was dwindling. I wasn't doing well in my relationships. My pocket was running dry. Things weren't really working out for me. But when I started to change some of these things to what I've been sharing, then my life started to change around, and now bliss is all I enjoy. Now, do I have my moments? Of course I do. But I know how to, in 7 seconds, snap out of it. Because I know that staying in a positive space for me is what gets me everything that I want. So why do I want to spoil that and self-sabotage? I don't want to do that. And I hope you don't do that. And I hope that you're learning from this series. So we first talked about comparing, which was a thief of all joy, that took my joy away. And so rather than comparing, I became grateful. Then comparing led to competition. And so I stopped competing, whether I I only competed, with myself. I only wanted to be a better version of myself every day. And alongside my village, we all were competing to be better versions of ourselves, not competing to be better than each other. And so I created a community of other people, like-minded people who could join me, to become the person the persons that we wanted to be. The third thing that robbed me of my emotional well-being was complaining. I complained about the whole world. I didn't take responsibility for anything. I gave people my power. And for me to take my power back, I had to start creating the best version of myself. For me to take my power back, I had to become the star in my movie and not the extra in my movie. And today we're going to talk about that inner critic that is in our head, that still small voice. In the cartoon characters, you see a black devil and a white angel. It's that black devil I'm talking about. That one that keeps telling you, oh, your parents said that you amount to nothing, so you'll be nothing and you'll be nobody. You can never do it right. You will never be enough. Reminding you of the things that you have been saying to yourself. Now, the worst thing is that even if everybody on the outside world tell you how great you are, if that inner voice that is at the back of your head is telling you how useless and how terrible and how much of a failure you are, that's how you're going to feel. There was a time in my life where you look at me and say I'm beautiful, and I'll be looking back and I'm wondering whether you're speaking to the person behind me, because I didn't feel beautiful. I felt so ugly. I felt so unseen. My confidence was stripped of me. I felt like nothing. I promise you, I felt like nothing. So I was completely on the ground, and I don't know if I can explain it properly to people, but I felt like I was on the ground. There was nowhere else to go. That's how bad I was. So if you feel that same way, I have an understanding of how you feel. I may not feel how you feel. I may not even know how you feel, but I know how I felt, and it was terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible. And I promised myself I wasn't going to stay on the ground for too long. And God helped me. And He brought the people that I needed, the community, once again, to help me to stop competing. And He taught me how to create, showed me how much of a creator I was. And so I started to build myself back up. And here I am today. And I promise you, if I can do it, you too can. It's not special to me. That inner voice that tells you that when you go there, they will not like you. You will fail this exam. You are good for nothing. That inner voice. My goodness. So what do we need to do with that inner voice? We need to silence it. We need to now increase the inner cheerleader, which is the white angel. And that inner cheerleader is the one that praises us consistently. And so praising yourself will shut down that inner critic and increase your inner cheerleader. Now, I don't know if you've heard of the mirror work, but I'm going to teach it to you today, because that mirror work and mirror talk helped me grow back my self-esteem and my confidence, and helped me take my power back into my hands, made me realize how responsible I am for my life, and helped me to create the life that I now live. It's 4 sentences. It could be more, but I only use 4 sentences today. And the first sentence is, what I love about you is. So Adeola, what I love about you is. So put your name there. The second sentence is, what I am proud of you for is. So Adeola, what I'm proud of you for is. The third sentence, what I forgive you for is. And so Adeola, what I forgive you for is. The fourth sentence is, what I commit to you to do is. Adeola, what I commit to you to do is. Those are the 4 sentences. And so I'll give you my example. Adeola, what I love about you is your beautiful smile and your tenacity, and how you show up every day powerfully regardless of what's happening around you. Adeola, what I am proud of you for is within 2 years, you grew yourself to a point that some people in 20 years have not been able to grow themselves in. Adeola, what I forgive you for is dimming your light, hoping that it will help people around you feel comfortable spending time with you. And Adeola, what I commit to you to do is make your light shine regardless of who is bothered about it. If they're too worried, they should wear sunglasses. Yes, because the truth is, if I allow my light shine, it gives you the permission to let your light shine. It's not the other way around. I used to think if my light shone so bright, it would dim other people's light. It would stop other people, or other people would be threatened or jealous. But I realized that when my light shone, it brightened other people and gave them permission for their light to also join me and shine. And you could do the same for yourself. That praising voice that tells you how beautiful you are. So this 4 sentences you're going to say for the next, this is another gift I'm giving to you today. For the next 90 days, you're going to say it at night before you go to bed. You're going to say it in the morning when you wake up, before you even start talking to anybody or quarreling or fighting, none of those things. You're going to look into the mirror and praise yourself and speak to yourself. Look into your eyes, your own eyes, and speak to yourself and praise yourself. And increase that inner cheerleader telling you, you go girl. Now I use mirrors as triggers. Everywhere I see a mirror, I go to the front of the mirror and high five myself and tell myself, you're so beautiful. Now I can stand in front of people. And one day I was making up with my husband there, and when I was done making up, I started smiling and talking to myself. My husband said, what are you saying? I said, I'm praising myself. I said, see how beautiful I am. See my skin, see my teeth, see my eyes, He literally walked out of the place as I was still praising myself. See my breasts, how these breasts my daughter has suckled these breasts. Rather than standing in front of the mirror and condemning your entire body, stand in front of the mirror and praise your body. Tell yourself how wonderful this body has helped you, and how wonderful the life that you are living is, and how wonderful it's going to be. Because don't forget, where we are today is what we created yesterday. What do you want tomorrow? Start creating that today and start praising yourself. Nobody, I repeat, nobody can praise me the way I praise myself. Nobody. The way I praise God after I've praised God is how I praise myself. Because guess what? God could have given me the ideas to do certain things and I could have said no. And He wouldn't have forced me. You would have either given it to someone else or raised a stone to do it. So for the fact that I obeyed, I am grateful to myself for obeying. And what gets celebrated gets repeated, guys. It gets repeated. So if you celebrate yourself today, you praise yourself today, tomorrow it will become easier to do it. And you will need it less and less from other people. Because when you give people the permission to make you happy, you're also giving them the permission to make you sad. Because on the days where they can't make you happy, what happens? So make yourself happy. Praise yourself. Love on yourself. Pat yourself on your back. Hug yourself. Kiss yourself. Love on yourself like never before. And you will need it less and less from other people. And you'll find out that you're happier. Try this exercise today. Try it today. And try it for the next 90 days and keep doing it for as long as you need it. You can keep changing the things because maybe there are new things that you'll find. Find 7 things each. 7 things you love about yourself. 7 things you're proud of yourself for. 7 things you forgive yourself for. And 7 things you commit to yourself to do. If you can find 2, you can find 3. If you can find 3, you can find 7. I promise you. And don't forget, it's you we're talking about, yourself. So try this today and let me know how it goes and how it has helped you. I love you and honor you. Have a wonderful day.